Okay, that's it. We're live.
All right.
It was a rocky road to get here, but
Yeah.
I just, we had some twists and turns. My co-host is deathly ill. Um, we brought on my good friend Polka Dot Gaming 27 to sub in. But we're here. We're here. You people wanted a show tonight. You're gonna get one. Um, Gonna wait for
What's up?
people to flood into the chat. Hopefully someone linked it. We are live.
Yeah. What's up, guys? It's Polka Dot Gaming 27 here.
He is the Bills GM, by the way, in case anyone didn't know. I know that kind of got a screwy last stream because of the incident.
The incident. Oh.
We're gonna wait for people to get in here. I hope. So. Time for a commercial. Yeah, for real, truck. Well, I wonder what the commercial break will be this time. What kind of advertisement is it gonna be?
Yeah.
Oh, we got Yoni. I see Reformed.
My fault.
My fault. But yeah, I just got one question. Who is gonna stop this podcast? It's not gonna be all the stuff that was thrown our way this week. Yo, it's a good jam, Chance. Well, actually, I think that's like the producer of the music, but whatever. It's K. I can unmove. No, please. I'm good.
No.
I had my fill last week.
I think I'm good, man.
All right. Looks like we got some people in here. 10 people. Look at that. Look at that. All right. So good job to Braden. He can't be on the call right now because he's dying, but
Yeah.
he could at least send out a link. So I appreciate you, Braden, if you're listening.
Yeah.
I'd have to add you to the DM, Yoni, but I can't. I can't be showing people my Discord all willy nilly like that. You trying to get me doxxed?
Oh no.
He's trying to get me doxxed. Let Yoni well, if he's doing this with advance notice, we could do it. I've always wanted to know. I've always wanted to pick his brain, see what goes on in there. But on tonight's show, we'll be reviewing the first 2 weeks of the season. Mostly the 6 games that we have watched, or well, actually 7. We did watch an extra game, the Seahawks-Ravens game in Week 1, and then we're since I know a few people haven't gotten their whole schedule memorized. I've got it all here, so we'll just look at that briefly, just in case anyone still doesn't know their schedule. But yeah, we'll get into the game breakdowns, starting with the Seahawks and the Ravens. Seattle defeated Baltimore. Pretty nice showing from the rookie, Darnell Bourgeois. The Ravens were pretty lackluster on offense for most of the game until the very end, but it was too little too late at that point. I don't know if you have any opinions on Mr. Darnell Bourgeois, Polk, but what do you think of him so far through 2 games, or in this one specifically? Because I think he was all right.
Personally, I think he did pretty solid for 22-year-old in the league, first ever game. A lot of pressure there, being the first overall pick. So to get the dub on your first time, I think that's pretty good, especially against a tough defense like the Ravens.
It's always good to impress during your first time. Yep.
Definitely.
I will say, if there's anything to be somewhat negative, I mean, they won the game. It's hard to be negative about it, but I mean, Darnold did seem like kind of a game manager, and while that's typically a good quality, you kind of want a little bit more from a number 1 overall pick. But I don't think that's anything to panic about, especially if you're Seattle. I doubt their GM, Mr. Dalton, who we've had on the show before. I doubt he's panicking. He probably feels pretty good that He's actually 2-0 because they did win their Week 2 game too against Pittsburgh, who lost Jaden Marable. It was a serious injury, but he's only going to be out of one more week. Go figure. Good old Madden.
Yeah.
It was a pretty cut and dried game, I would say. Does anyone in the chat have any opinions about it? About anything? Ravens, Seahawks, specific players? Any thoughts? We'll be a soundboard for you.
Anything?
The Chiefs defense well, that's not. I wasn't asking about the Chiefs. We'll get to the Chiefs. Trust me, we will get to the Chiefs. I have a lot to say about the Chiefs.
No, man.
Good showing by yeah. I had no real qualms with it. He won the game. That's all you can ask for from a rookie quarterback. And they're 2-0 right now, so hey, if Seattle can make the playoffs this year, that good on them, really.
Yeah.
I believe Bourgeois has done incredible, and with more weapons, he'll get 400 plus yards and 4 TDs every game.
Oh well, looks like he's gonna be out of the league by year 4.
Man, sucks that career-ending injury he'll suffer next year.
Oh man. Somebody's gonna bite his kneecaps.
Oh boy, we have an opinion from Yoni coming in. Let's hear it. I'm curious now.
Oh man, I gotta hear this.
Yoni hot takes. We could make that a segment on the show. Oh my god, oh man, he's typing a novel right now.
Oh man.
The only thing I gotta give Yoni credit for is his words per minute is it's high. It's up there.
Man.
That typing speed. Oh man. He's still going. Oh, you gotta live. We're in too deep. We gotta hear this now. My opinion: the Ravens are overrated, and they're probably going to have 5 or 6 wins because of awful inconsistency, and also Lamar is a running back. 5-12, 6-11 season for Baltimore, and Lamar B. Well, they have started out 0-2. I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, it's definitely a possibility.
Especially in the AFC North.
They're gonna end up around like 8 and 9 because everyone in the AFC North ends up around that. Put your money on Ravens winning it all. Yeah, or at the very least, they're gonna make the playoffs for sure now. This is a pretty basic game. In conclusion, I don't think there's any sweeping conclusions to be made other than like, hey, Baltimore, you gotta like wake up on offense. Can't let Seattle push you around like that. The next game that we want to get to is the Lions and the Falcons, 2 teams who are building for the future right now. In the early goings, Atlanta looked like the better team for most of the second quarter. It looked like Atlanta was headed to a win, and I know our commissioner, who may or may not be the GM of the Atlanta Falcons, also, he will cringe at this, but then the interceptions started. And man, were there a lot of them. Desmond Ridder threw 5 interceptions in this game. 3 of them were taken back into enemy territory, into their own side of the field. One of them was taken back for a pick 6 by Amani Oruwariye, which gave the Lions a lead, and they never relinquished that. Man, it was 27 straight points for the Lions. And honestly, Marcus Armstrong, he was okay. Definitely not a world beater. He doesn't look it right now. Still a rookie, so there's a lot of improvement to be had there. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, me as the Lions GM, I'd like to see a little bit less interceptions. I'd like to see none, obviously, but I'll take the win because it was my opinion that this is probably one of our best matchups all year. This game right here, it's good to win this one. I expected us to. And hey, even next week, the one that I didn't think we'd win, we actually pulled it out. Look at us, we're 2-0. I didn't expect this. And the same can't be said for the Falcons. They look, oh man, the Lions loss was bad, but the Saints loss, yikes. They got blown out by a Saints team that I will say I wasn't very high on them at all this year. I thought they'd probably like limp to 6 wins, but they do not look like that right now. So do you have any thoughts on this game, Polk?
I think it was a pretty good showing by Armstrong. Like you said earlier with Bourgeois, what you want to mostly see out of a rookie is a win, which he did manage to do. And things are not looking good in Atlanta. That offense, I think right now is ranked 32nd.
31st. 31st in total yards. It's not good.
It was brutal, man. Like, obviously, I know the GM focused mostly on defense in the draft, but you want to see a little bit more production at least, especially with a couple decent pieces like Drake London and Kyle Pitts. I think they definitely got to invest in a new quarterback this draft.
Yeah, makes you think if they didn't trade down in the draft, could they have gotten a guy like Rain Rowe? Stuff to think about. Stuff to think about. Can't take it back now, but that'll be discussed through the years, especially if Atlanta starts to sputter around over the next few seasons. But I trust their GM to get it whipped into shape in a couple of years. So, but the offense is definitely going to need some work. I think the weapons there are fine. Drake London was actually like really good in that Lions game. Kyle Pitts did things too, although he did cough up a ball, which. Man, the turnovers in that game were that was bad. Atlanta's not giving themselves much chance if they're turning the ball over that much. Falcons still could have picked Highland. That is true. Although, man, they had Troy Shelton just sitting there. You cannot pass on that guy. I think that dude is a stud. So it's tough to know, but I think that it's just going to be another year that they are going to want to put behind them once it's all said and done.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's not much good to say about Atlanta. They've got problems they got to fix. QB play doesn't. They started Mariota against the Saints, and that did not go much better. The offense, I think, barely crossed the 150 mark total yards. Yikes. But anyway, enough of that game. The next game that we had was the Jets and Bengals. That's what it was. Cincinnati. I have one thing to ask here. What was that? Like, what did I watch there? The offense struggled way more than I thought it would. And to be fair, the Jets offense didn't have an easy time either. Bengals defense looked like they were up to the challenge. But man, at the end of that game, the defense that had played so well up to that point, just they're out of gas, and Rain Rowe is just picking apart that secondary with checkdowns to Breece Hall, and then it was just over then. So, man, and you look at the Bengals, they lost again in week 2. They're 0-2. Where do they go from here? Like, what do you do to fix this team that just seems to be just slow out of the gate here? What do you think, Cole?
I really don't know. Honestly, I think there's just some kind of curse there. Somebody.
Some kind of curse.
It's cursed. Somebody did something in Madden 22, and since then, just no playoffs. I don't think they've ever qualified Am I correct in saying that?
In 22 they were in the playoffs in year 2, I believe. But that was before the GM as we know them now had taken over fully. I mean, I think he joined like during the time where they were in the playoffs at the back end of year 2, but they weren't it for the whole season. So, man, it's tough. I want to see the Bengals do something, but man, I don't know what has to give for them to start playing up to their potential. It's rough. And to the Jets, gutted out that win. Breece Hall, if you had him in your fantasy team, he got you so many points at the end of that game with all those checkdowns he was catching. But the Jets, in week 2, as we look ahead, they didn't fare too well against your Buffalo Bills. We could talk about that a little bit later, but I know you're excited to gloat about that. And the final game that we watched in week 1, the Vikings and the Chiefs. Who is going to stop this offense? Apparently the Vikings can, because Mahomes was not good. No touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Yikes. Yeah. They almost came back in the Super Sim, but the moment they got back into gameplay, it was, oh man, they just looked like they were out physicaled on defense. Like the Vikings defense set the tone. Davin Caruthers had a nice first game. Had an interception. There was a lot to like for Minnesota, not so much for KC. And I know that their GM was he was not happy with that performance. What are your thoughts on this display in Week 1 by the Chiefs?
It's brutal. I think they're still getting over what happened during playoffs last year, where my Buffalo Bills absolutely destroyed them. It was Buffalo, but still got those demons left. Definitely a bad showing by Mahomes. I'd say he'll probably start to pick things up as the season goes by.
Sorry, it's Caruthers. Sorry, not Caruthers. That Braden keeps pronouncing it like that, and I've caught it from him. You know how he's sick? Yeah, that's what he's got. He can't pronounce anything right. Caruthers. That is actually his last name. I hope Braden's listening while you're getting your medicine or whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
Well, a bright side for the Chiefs, they went out the next week and demolished Washington, like 42-17, I believe, was the score there. Not close, so that's a little bit better. The acquisition of Terry McLaurin, it's been a mixed bag. When you looked at the stats, he's not a leader in receiving yards or touchdowns right now, so you're gonna want to see more there. You have to think that it's going to get better. I mean, this much talent on that offense, it's hard to just say that that's not going to eventually come out as like a top 5 unit. But I think the Chiefs just got to get the taste of that game out of their mouth. Probably should have won that one if they put together a more complete performance. But it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. And that's it for Week 1 games that I wanted to talk about. The Vikings, I wish they would have lost. That would have been funny. Me being a Lions guy, I don't like the Vikings, in case you guys couldn't tell. Anyways, Week 2. Start with the Cowboys and the Giants. That was the first game on tap. Giants took care of business, and look at them. They at 1-1. They're on top of a NFC East that is struggling right now. It's every other team is 0-2, but the Giants. What did you think of Travis Willows? Because I thought he played a pretty nice game.
Decent. Um, not really much more to say on it. He's a rookie.
I mean, he had a couple. He had one like just objectively bad throw. He really looked like a rookie there, but other than that, I thought he looked pretty poised in the pocket. Him and Kenny Galladay have got some nice chemistry. Gotta hand it to them for having such a good connection. Travis Willows single-handedly reviving Kenny Galladay's career. You love to see it.
I will say that I think Willows is going to be a stud, and I'd say the Giants are probably the future of the NFC East, which isn't really much anyways, but...
Kind of expected the Cowboys and Eagles to look a bit better. Washington being kind of down in the dumps, I kind of expected.
But that's what happened.
The other two... Dak. Dak was not good in that game. He ran into pressure like 3 times, like bailed out of the pocket and ran right into the pressure. Kayvon Thibodeau thanking him for that. He's like, I like sacks.
Give me those free stats, man.
2 sacks for him. You know, that good for him. He wants to. What's the thing with Kayvon? What is he like? Does he have his like own cryptocurrency or something? I don't know. Man's a character. Oh,
Certainly.
Yoni's giving up. He wants heavy metal music for segments like these. Well, no.
I'm good.
I don't think this show's going that hard.
No.
Opinion: Travis Willows did incredible to carry the Giants from a down lead to a great performance. I feel like Willows or Bourgeois should win MVP. MVP. Oh my god. MVP. Just skip over Rookie of the Year. We want MVP. As Burgess has the needs at Minnesota. Okay. And then Willows and Bourgeois are my top 2 offensive rookie. Okay, so did you mean it? Okay, he meant to say offensive rookie of the year. Thank you, Yoni, for clarifying. Burgess is 3rd. I don't think Bourgeois or Burgess has thrown an INT yet. I believe. I'm not sure about Bourgeois, but I know that Burgess has it.
It's pretty good for, your first
Jalen Willows season. Yes, Jalen Carter's the coach there, isn't he? I mean, if they're winning the NFC East, I think it's going to be pretty ugly looking. Like, I think the Giants still have a lot of flaws, but so them winning it's probably going to mean they're like, if they can win 10 games, I'd be pretty impressed. Goes to show you how good Travis Willows is if they can do that. But tank division, yeah, it's like the AFC North, but less pathetic, I guess. A little bit less pathetic.
It's like the NFC North, but this time they're actually not trying to be tank division.
Yeah, it just happened by accident. Yeah, the AFC North has it down to a craft at this point. It's a science for them. Anyways, enough about that game. It was I don't think the Cowboys fans want to linger too long on that. Eagles Patriots. This was interesting.
This was
a 4th quarter comeback that didn't quite get there for the Eagles. Mac Jones, despite his best efforts, could not hand the Eagles this win. 2 like bad pick sixes, like yikes. Not good.
Brutal.
But man, the Eagles just, when their offense was out on the field, it was not good. The first play of the 4th quarter, Jalen Hurts had a chance to run it in, gets hit and fumbles the ball, and that basically set the tone. And the Patriots, through some heroics of Damian Harris and company, were able to squeak out the win. And they're 2-0. I didn't think the Patriots would be 2-0, but here they are. Now, do you feel threatened at all by this team? Like
I don't know.
Well, you might feel threatened like off the field, but on the field, are you threatened?
Small bit, because if I do win, I might never see the light of day again. But
Damian Harris continuing to be like one of the best running backs. Just
yeah,
because
that's a big.
Damian Harris said he was one of the best running backs, so he is.
But yeah, it
Eagles,
was.
Man, Eagles being 0-2 is kind of shocking to me.
Honestly, thought they'd be the winners of the East.
Well, I thought they'd win this game, and I gave them a loss to the Bills. 1-1. Losing both of those games, this one's tough. Losing to the Patriots, that's gonna be a tough one to swallow for them.
Oh yeah, it's brutal.
Oh man, and then this last game, I don't know if their GM is here, but I don't think he'd be happy. The Broncos lose to the Chargers. They had the lead, they did, and then Russell Wilson literally threw it away. Man, if you all were here for we had the Broncos GM on the last show. He made it very known that he does not hold Russell Wilson in high regard, and a game like that is not going to help fix that bridge. I think it might very well be burnt at this point. Broncos country, run and hide. Yeah.
Broncos country. We tried.
Oh man. The Chargers. On a more positive note, the Chargers, they look pretty good. Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert, looks like a good unit. I'm not sure how far they can go. They do have Kyle Williams in there, who reports have been saying that he's pushing Herbert a little bit. So you always do like to have a little bit of QB competition. I think that's objectively a good thing. But does Kyle Williams, is he good enough to usurp Justin Herbert at some point? Maybe not soon, maybe not this year. But do you think Kyle Williams could be the man? I know on draft night it was kind of laughed off. Like they were talking about, Kyle Williams, he could be the starter here. Everyone was looking at them funny, and I was like, I was in the same boat. But could he? Could he? What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like it was still a waste of a pick, or they could have definitely filled better needs. Because Herbert is objectively a top 5 quarterback in the league at times when he's at his prime. But who knows? Williams could be the next Tom Brady, or for all we know, the next Jordan Spriggs. So it's really too soon to tell.
Well, Truck Flipper says maybe this could give Herbert that push to go for the heel bowl. Good reason. You'd like that to be the outcome. And Envy says unrealistic for Herbert to get traded. He's killing it right now. I'd have to agree. He's looked good. Chargers offense has been pretty nice. Man, the Broncos though. That's a brutal way to lose. Like Russell Wilson completely prolapsed in that fourth quarter. That was not easy to watch.
Yeah, he's really not making a good case for himself with the GM, who has already shown, as you said,
he doesn't have much patience. He hates Mr. Unlimited. He hates them.
Hates them.
Okay. We're about 30 minutes in, looks like. 29 minutes. That's about what I wanted to look through here for the first 2 weeks. This next segment, gonna be pretty quick. We're just gonna look ahead at the rest of the schedule, just in case anyone hasn't looked at it themselves. So, just gonna look ahead, see which games look enticing, and which ones don't. Chargers Patriots. That is an important game. Both teams are undefeated. Chiefs and Bills. That's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be definitely watched one.
Titans and Saints. Sneaky game between 2-0 teams. Houston and Seattle. Man, a lot of undefeated teams going at it. Now that I look.
Yeah. The Texans are undefeated. That is
Oh
really
yeah,
something.
another team I want to look at. The Buccaneers are 0-2. In case no one noticed. Is Brady finally becoming old? Maybe. If they lose to the Cowboys, I think they might be cooked. I think it might be over.
Yeah, I think all the orphan souls he's consumed is finally getting to him.
Yeah, a lot of good games this week actually. Now that I actually look at it, I haven't looked too closely, but there's 3 separate games between undefeateds here. Titans, Saints, Texans, Seahawks, Chargers, Pats. Watch out for those. Week 4, a lot of interconference stuff here. Niners, Seahawks is definitely interesting right off the bat. Lions and Chargers, that's kind of shaping up to be a interesting game too. Both teams are undefeated right now. Giants and Jets, Battle of New York.
They'll love to see it.
Willows versus Rowe, that'll definitely be interesting. I would think we'd be able to watch that game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Saints Texans could be something. Not really much on the AFC side. Although I still believe in the Jaguars and the Ravens that they're going to turn it around. Mostly the Jaguars. That loss to Houston. Man, maybe Houston really is that good. You know, Yoni was talking about how they were going to be great, and I was like, are they though? But maybe.
I think this might be the first time a Yoni take was not laughed at.
Maybe the madman really was right.
They called me a madman.
Week 5 here, Packers and Chiefs. That's definitely something I'd look at. Lions and Panthers could be interesting. I don't know. The Panthers are such a wild card to me this year. Like they could be like an easy playoff team, or they could like totally bottom out this year. I feel like the range of outcomes is pretty wide there. Oh yeah, Dolphins Chiefs. That's yes, that is true. Tyreek Hill back in KC in week 4. Jets and Pats week 5. Oh, Mac and Cheesy Jones versus the Jets.
The undefeated Mac Jones versus the Jets.
What else is interesting here? Vikings Saints maybe. Man, I keep saying like, man, the Saints are probably gonna like fall off, but maybe they won't. I'm scared.
Yeah, they're kind of looking back.
Then the battle of like disappointing teams, the Falcons and the Bucks.
The Tank Bowl begins.
Early Tank Bowl. Bengals Colts could be early Tank Bowl. Man, if the Bengals are end up picking in like the top 10, like, oh my god. I feel so sorry for Teaspoon. I do.
He deserves better, man.
I don't know what he has to do. He drafts well. He does everything right. He just can't win.
His teams have been solid all these years, and they just don't win. They're chokers. It is...
Week 6, Seahawks Falcons for the futures matchup. I do think the Seahawks look like a much better team. Man, I didn't expect a lot of these Lions games to look so enticing, but now that we're like winning, we're 2-0 right now, so all these games look a bit more important now.
Yeah.
Chiefs and Chargers, that's going to be a game. Week 6, that's on a Sunday night. Titans and Jaguars could be something. I am a believer in the Jaguars, like I've said. I believe in this team. Giants and Cardinals.
Believe.
Zach. Mac versus Zach.
Yeah. You also got the classic Rodgers versus the Bears. Everybody's favorite game.
You. I can't really get a gauge on them. They performed way better than I thought last season. But are they gonna win 7 games again? Are they gonna do better? I'm of the camp that they're probably gonna do worse. I don't think very highly of their team, despite that they did have a good draft. I will admit they had a good draft. Zach Wilson, he's with the Colts now.
Yeah, you don't really hear much from the Colts.
Yeah, they're 0-2 right now. I don't think it's working out too well there right now.
The Zach Wilson experiment has
Zach Wilson failed there for a second time. You remember when he went there last year in 22?
Oh, yeah.
That was a weird time, and they actually made the playoffs twice with him. Strange times.
Strange.
Week 7, Cards and Seahawks, they're both undefeated right now. If they keep up that pace, that's a very important game. This game, Lions-Vikings in Minneapolis. Both teams are actually undefeated right now. Let me tell you, neither of these teams expected to be undefeated through 2 weeks. And then they face off the first time.
That is going to be the game to remember, but also Patriots-Bills in Gillette.
Oh.
That's going to... I don't know if I will personally be attending that game as just personal reasons.
you feel like your life's in danger?
Yes.
Yeah, like the broadcast feed like cut to your booth in the up in the stadium, and there'll be like a laser on your forehead or something. Mark it down, folks. Lions. Yeah, that one's definitely getting shown.
I said too much.
Oh hey, my co-host is in the chat. I hope you're feeling better. That you got your medicine. We're talking about the Lions-Vikings, the first one, week 7. Especially with the way the teams are looking right now, that they've won, they're 2-0 right now. So if they keep it up, that's definitely gonna get shown. Texans Panthers, that could be it. That's an interesting game to me. Chargers Packers looks interesting too. A lot of interesting games this week, week 7. Keep an eye out for this one.
49ers Rams. That could be interesting.
Yeah, they had their first matchup this week actually, week 2, and the Niners won that one by 3 touchdowns. Hopefully the Rams can put up a bigger fight next time around. Week 8.
Cardinals Seahawks could also be a good game. They're both undefeated currently.
Oh yeah, honestly, I talked about that one. That's going to be an important game if they keep it up.
Yeah, honestly, Arizona's being underrated so far.
Yeah, I had them as a 2nd seed in the NFC in my predictions. I think they're going to be pretty good. They're 2-0. They look good. I think Truck Flipper's off season was pretty good. Watch out for them. Week 8, Colts and Jets. Zach Wilson revenge game. I'm sure that'll be just loads of fun. Chargers Chiefs again. The part 2 of that.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. Not really any of the games that I'm like crazy about the matchup there.
Yeah.
Week
Bit of
9.
Tank Bowl 2 possibly. Buccaneers Falcons again.
Seahawks Bengals looks interesting. Jags and Cardinals also, that's an interesting matchup. Pats and Chiefs. Steelers and Texans could be interesting. I need to see the Steelers in gameplay. Like I need to see it.
I need to see Kenny Pickett, man. How did he score 50 points on us last year? How?
He's just better, man. He's the hometown kid. He went to Pitt, and well, I mean, it sucks that the Steelers couldn't win the Heel Bowl. That would have been, man. Wouldn't that have been crazy?
It would have been.
Week 10.
First year, man, and he makes the Heel Bowl.
Steelers Cardinals looks a little bit interesting. Pats Panthers, that could be something. Kind of a boring week at this point in the season. This week looks kind of meh.
I mean, you got Big Sir revenge game.
Hey, yeah, that is true. Big Sir returning to the place that he lost the rights to
on a wheel spin.
On a wheel spin. He lost his team on a wheel spin. That's crazy, man. Chargers and Vikings looks a bit interesting. That's a Thursday night game. Wow, a Thursday night game that doesn't look terrible from the onset.
I'm shocked.
We are forecasting 8 weeks ahead, but oh man, my music stopped. Let's start that again. Vikings, a Thursday night game that doesn't look like shit. Crazy. What a concept. Imagine if the real NFL did that. Wouldn't that be something?
Imagine.
Instead of force feeding us Broncos Colts.
Oh god.
Week 11, part 2 of Vikings Lions in Detroit. Spin to wheel, yeah, for real. I miss when Yoni would talk about spinning wheels for everything. Those are good times.
Those were the good old days.
Let me see what looks interesting here.
Bills
and Jets again.
Jags Colts.
Simpler times, for real. Hey, look, the commissioner's in the chat. Everyone pay your respects to the commissioner.
Oh yeah, and the Jaden Marbles injury.
Yeah, we talked about Jaden Marible's long-term injury. It was devastating.
Oh god, it's tragic.
Week 12. This is Thanksgiving week. The Lions get to play the Bears on Thanksgiving. How cute. And the Bills get to play the Buccaneers on Thanksgiving.
But most importantly, we got the Steel game.
Throwback to 22. The Packers and the Vikings. I think that's their first meeting, right? Yeah, it is. They meet twice in 3 weeks. Look at that.
Gotta love.
Falcons Giants could be interesting. Man, honestly, I don't know if there's a game the Falcons can win. It's gonna have to happen in sim, isn't it? Because their gameplay don't look that great.
17 season tanking for the first overall pick.
Bengals and 49ers is interesting. Jags and Panthers is interesting.
Sim up.
Sim up. Week 13. We talked about Bills Bucks. I
was just gonna say Bills Bucks. You know,
Bills
Brady versus
play the Patriots again in Week 13. That's on a Sunday night in Buffalo.
Yeah. Well, that one I will be attending.
For sure.
Yeah, it should
Comfort
be.
Of your own stadium.
Unless I've already been taken care of by then.
It's hard to mark down games that are for sure going to be great. 11 weeks ahead now.
Yeah. And for all we know, the Buccaneers go on a mad run and the Saints just tank. So, really, we're in uncharted waters in week 2.
Still don't know what these teams exactly are. I think once you get like 4 or 5 games in, then you got a pretty good idea. But this is Madden. Things could change on a dime. It's Steel game part 2. More steel in this one. It's hard to. Yeah, analysis is really breaking down here.
Chargers Titans could be half decent if both teams.
Titans, kind of a team I'm expecting to sort of fall off, but Derrick Henry, man, not seeing a lot of fun in the matches. Yeah, it's hard to project. It'll start to look more fun when you're closer to the game. So you can expect, both these teams should probably still have a lot to play for. Week 15, Lions and Seahawks. That's a game. On a Thursday night, late in the season.
Be a solid one.
Maybe both teams are still in the playoff hunt. We'll see.
2 young rookie QBs going at it.
Yeah.
You'll love to see it.
Armstrong versus Bourgeois. That'll definitely be something to look at. Commish stay winning with the schedule. Yes, Desmond Ridder versus Zach Wilson. What a matchup there. Or maybe it'll be Mariota. I don't know. CPU doing some wacky stuff with the Falcons, man.
I don't think it really matters which way you go. just going to be a lot of interceptions.
Yikes. Week 16.
So.
Giants Lions, another rookie QB battle for Detroit. Get to see Armstrong versus Willows. The Chiefs and the Jets. The Jets. Will the Jets win the Super Bowl? Probably.
Oh yeah. Just watch them. 9-7 season. Last place wild card.
Oh my God! For real.
God.
That's what I'm saying.
Super Bowl.
Never heard of it. Titans and Bills. Man, Bills get another primetime game.
Oh man. League's really hyping this.
Thing I noticed, Madden loves to put like the same group of teams in like all the primetime games. You know, when you look at these schedules as much as I do, you notice a few teams are on primetime a lot. Like the Bills have 4 Sunday night games.
The Bucs are
Thanksgiving night. Crazy to think about.
That's fun, man.
They're all on Sunday night.
Yeah, we just don't the other nights.
And then we'll look at the last week here. Yeah, that's it. Who's gonna stop this Jets offense? That's a fair question. And the answer is no one. No one will stop them. They scored 7 points last week.
Yeah.
The Bills couldn't stop that from happening.
Couldn't stop.
It's over for the league, man.
It's over. It's just begun.
Early Rookie of the Year candidates. On offense, I would have to say either Darnell Bourgeois or Jimmy Burgess looks like for offense in the NFC that those two look like the leaders there right now.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it could be Armstrong. I like his game.
Armstrong just needs to clean up the interceptions, and I think he has a better case. The other two have been a bit safer with the football. Rain Rose definitely winning Rookie of the Year on offense in the AFC, though. There's no contest
Along with Super Bowl MVP. Gonna have
Armstrong INT count. Yeah, he's perfectly balanced right now. 5 TDs and 5 picks.
Perfectly balanced.
Now on defense, man, I don't know if Jaden. I would have said Jaden Marable could have been a flyer for AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year, but his devastating long-term injury might be putting a damper on that.
Tragic.
2 weeks in, an ATL doesn't have a passing TD. Yikes.
Oh. That's brutal.
On defense, I haven't really been paying too much attention to defense, but who would I think?
It could be the second overall.
Davin Carruthers, he's been all right. Trying to think of who else has been an impact.
I mean, the Texans have done pretty decent.
Has Kalen Alexander been that man? Has he been him?
He might have been him.
Unfortunately, Ezra Frost does not seem to be freezing the league, so I don't think he's really in the mix right now. Yeah, really, Carruthers, he's been like the best rookie defender so far, at least through 2 weeks. It's not a big sample size at all, but
yeah.
This just in, breaking news on the pod.
Big news. Frost moves to wide receiver.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
Breaking news. Oh my goodness, he's gonna freeze the league.
Pats win it all. Put your money on it now, folks.
I do not know if Kalen Alexander has been a huge impact or not. I mean, I think he's going to be a beast. I'd be surprised if he isn't a beast because, man, that 99 speed and excel, that's hard to stop.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely gonna be
other than that, I don't know. Hold on, let me look at this draft board. Are there any? Well, you know, I would have liked to see John McKenzie, but he's not. He's not getting enough time right now on the field, and he hasn't really done all that much yet. So, you know, sad boy hours in Detroit. Haven't heard too much about Robbie Ford yet. Chris Baker, I've heard he's been pretty good. So Minnesota really looking good with their defensive draft picks from this past class. Haven't heard anything about legendary pop singer Michael Jackson for the Patriots. Not sure about Jason Stanaway for Washington. Troy Shelton been up to a slow start. I think he'll be good though.
I'm wondering.
Hoku not doing too much. Yeah, the defender is not. I guess it'd have to be either Shannon Russell or like Matt Cantrell for like early contenders for Defensive Rookie of the Year in the AFC. Not sure. I'm not sure about Kenny Poole if he's been a big impact or not.
Yeah, I haven't really had too much sample size in Alexander's game yet either. So, but
it's a our commissioner's asking like a really like loaded question for something we don't have a lot of information on. How could you do this to us? Putting us on the spot like this. Done. Well, I got through all I wanted to do tonight. It was a very short show.
Should we take questions from the audience?
Yeah, if anyone's got any questions before we end it off. Not a very loaded show, I know. I wanted to keep it short because Mr. Truck Flipper has his TFHL draft in about a little over 30 minutes, and I wanted to get this done. Early takes.
I will say something about the TFHL.
Early takes about anything in the league. Do you have any takes that you want to make? Some predictions, if you will. How do you think this season is going to play out for teams or players?
Josh Allen MVP.
Josh Allen MVP. Well, he does look it through 2 weeks. I will say he looks like the best quarterback.
Just look at week 2 stats. Dude was a beast, even if it was against a lackluster Jets defense.
What team do you think will be the last to lose a game? Now that's an interesting question because there are 10 undefeateds right now. Got the Texans, the Titans, the Bills, Patriots, the Chargers, Cards, Seahawks, Saints, Vikings, Lions.
I think the obvious answer is the Patriots. They're going all the way. Fight on for your own team, man.
Oh, Colts GM in here. Colts not looking too hot right now. They're 0-2 right now. They lost to the Texans and the Titans, so 2 division losses to open up. Bills, that's...
And the Bills. I mean, I appreciate it, but I don't know. Only one off game if Allen just can't get it going.
I guess this Lions team is a little bit better than I thought they would be. Heck, they probably should be expected to beat the Raiders, who are 0-2 right now. So
that's
a tough one. Honestly, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals to be the last team to lose a game. A little bit of a flyer pick. It's definitely risky because I think it easily lose to 49ers next week. I'm just gonna go on a limb with that one. I think it'll be the Cardinals will be the last one to lose a game. I have no feel about this. I'm probably going to be wrong by the end of next week.
All right,
that's a good question though. I like that one. Any shoppers for Murray? Probably not, because his contract is gigantic.
Hmm.
You can't move that.
I don't know. Some teams might get desperate for a QB.
Man, but you have to have so much cap though.
You think Yoni won't find a way?
He will literally cut a dozen people to make room. Never say never.
He'll just make them disappear, man.
Any other questions from the chat before we call it good? We're at 55 minutes. 9 people in the chat. Decent viewership here. If there are no questions, we will sign out.
Also, real quick, on the topic of the last team to be undefeated, I never really did give my actual one. I said the joke Patriots take, but I honestly think, without the bias, that it's going to be Buffalo. Because just look, Allen's done well. The defense is clicking. I think we could definitely go a solid 3, 4, maybe even 5 more games in a row.
Let's look at their schedule. They have the Chiefs this week. Raiders, Broncos. If they get past the Chiefs, I think they have a nice stretch before they play another hard team.
Yeah, honestly,
I can see it. I mean, it's like the easy answer, but it very easily could be the right answer.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If Lions still doing well, are they buying at the deadline? That's an interesting proposition there. And luckily, in case you guys didn't know, I am the Lions GM, so I could probably give you an answer. This year is, I mean, we're basically playing with house money here. Like, we're 2-0. I expected us to be 1-1. I didn't expect us to win last week. As far as buying, I don't think we'd buy. I'd honestly be just see how far we can go with what we have. I'm encouraged by the team though. I like what I've seen so far. There's a lot to like, a lot to not like, but you know, it's a young team. We're really young. Man, you could probably count the number of like people over the age of 30 on one hand on our roster. Should the Chiefs be buying or think stay the course? Well, that depends if you have the cap. I think they'll be fine if they stay the course. I don't think it makes too much of a difference. If they think making a splash is good for jump starting their team, probably think about doing that.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's time for that rebuild.
Blow up the Chiefs roster.
Blow them up just like the Vikings. Easy playoff team.
Freaking Mahomes. Freaking MVS. Freaking
Juju
Smith-Schuster. But yeah, the question on tonight's show is who's gonna stop this podcast, and I think we learned nothing's gonna stop this podcast. Not even my co-host getting deathly ill, like a few hours before we wanted to have a show. But yeah, it looks like we're out of questions here. We're clocking in just under an hour. Pretty quick show. I do want to plug Truck's hockey league that he's running. If any of you are interested in a hockey sim league, it's basically, think of the HFL, but it's like hockey, but it's using completely custom teams. We just we just added 2 teams to the league. They're new. Expansion draft is happening soon. So yeah, if anyone's interested, please check that out. It's very fun. I'm having fun with it. And I know Polk is in the league too, and he's having fun as well. The Manitoba Mustangs.
Yeah. And on the topic of the TFHL, you're not gonna want to miss this draft tonight. Let's just say the Mustangs got something special planned in a half hour. You're not gonna want to miss it.
DM me the link. I'll join. Hey, Truck Flipper, you gotta hook this man up. But yeah, I did want to plug that since that's gonna be happening in 30 minutes. Get y'all in on that. But yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by tonight. It's a quick show. Hopefully it's a bit more normal next time with my co-host back in the fold. Oh, hey, he just said hi. We're ending the show. Great show. Thank you. It kind of lost steam at the end there because the schedule is like, it's just a schedule. We're just looking at it, but thank you all for the questions. Probably gonna be back here this time next week. Yeah, good show, everyone.